Keith gets his keeper. His keeper pike. Look at the size of this thing. Took two of us to get it in the boat. Look at the snappers on that baby. Move your arm out of the way once, Keith. Look at the snappers on that baby.
Yep, look my hook out of here first.
Woo! So Keith, how's it feel to catch a whopper of this immense size?
Master fisherman, we just caught this little son of a bitch. He was a hell of a fight, let me tell you. My God, look at the teeth on that thing.
Extreme close-up. We're holding him on his back because they're supposed to flip around less when you do that.
And believe me, with all those teeth, you don't want them slipping. We're debating whether to keep him or not. We're going to measure him up.
Be back in a second with the measurements on this record-breaking fish. Well, they're saying anything over 28 inches is a trophy fish. Keith's fish measures in at a little over 31 inches.
But we're going to decide to let him go since he's not the biggest pike we've caught on this trip so far. There was a guy that caught a 42-inch. So I don't think I want to trophy this guy. We're going to let him grow a little bit, maybe get him some other year. So
all right.
I get a key ring for letting this big a fish go from the camp, so we're excited here. We got it all on tape for proof, and have a good life there, buddy. And he swims away, maybe.
Hopefully.
Get going. I know, he was dumping me upside down. He went hook bad enough to die.
Gotta wait for him to resuscitate here.
There he goes.
He's gone! Yay!
Kick ass.
Par excellence.
Needless to say, this came on a day where we didn't catch shit all morning. It is now probably about 3 o'clock. And we just got back from camp. Like we said, we were getting ready to do some sightseeing. We thought we'd fish this little island, and boom, we got him. See you later with the big one.
I have traveled far up the Barren River to where the Eagle Rapids descend. That small wooden structure is a boat roller to take your boat up to the next water level. To get here, we had to travel through Southwest Lake and navigate some pretty narrow waterways, which were actually pretty deep. Now we hope to actually do some fishing. I brought my fly rod out here, and I see if I can catch me some wallies just below the rapids here. My turn.
Hold on, I'm zooming.
Extreme close-up on that mouth.
It's real blurry.
Oh, you push the viewfinder in. Just pull the viewfinder out. The eyepiece. Pull the eyepiece out.
Oh.
There you go.
Hey, Brian got one. We don't know how much it is yet, or how big it is, but we will certainly find out. Talk to you in a few. You're on.
I may have edged Keith out. 31.5 inches. Keith was about 31.25. Pretty friggin' close. Stretch the tail out one way or the other. Pull his tongue out. I think it's a 5. He's beauty though, isn't he? But like Keith, he's not the trophy I wanted on my wall. I wanted something of over 36. So we're gonna let him go and wish him well. Hopefully we'll get a chance to catch him again on another day. climactic. Here's our follow-on fish here towards the end of the day. We're going to keep him and use him as bait.
Oh, that's them damn forceps again.
Oh, no. Well, we have to go on a forcep hunt.
Got him.
No. Oh, well, okay, I thought you wouldn't be so funny.
We're going to have some fun.
There's still one part of that.
I gotta put him in the gun and go home.
We're sneaking in on somebody.
Oh, I got him bad enough.
We're going to send this to his wife.
I hope your new mother is nice.
Here we are, day 6.
Day 5.
Day 5. Today, we're after the trophies. Freezer's stocked full of fish. Time to go after the big ones.
Oh, you're alright. It is day 6. Right.
Oh, extreme wave sickness. A little rough today. We're going to head over to the other lake, see what we can find. We're waiting on Ted and Bob to get their crap together while I try to keep the camera steady out here in these rough waves. Okay, that's enough. Any luck? Any luck yet? It's Porky and Scott. There's Derek and his dad. Hunting for yet another lunker. You got one on? Little net help, little net help. Holy cow! All right. Holy cow.
Woo! Quit playing with them and get them in the boat. Man.
Woo!
Woo! What the hell was that? Is that a perch? It's a jumbo perch.
All right.
Nice catch.
Yeah. He's still playing with that fish. Ted, are we going to catch one like that today?
I doubt it. Going for the measurement, okay?
All right.
Nice. I would have mounted that one if it was mine.
That's a good start for the day. Yeah.
Take that one home.
Let's see that bad boy. Hold him up, Dad. Hey! 2 fish on. Oh, you're snagged? So is Dad. The triple snag. Well, at least you guys don't have to worry about drifting anymore. So here we are at the top of Mamaquash Falls. This is the other end of the river through the lake system. We were at the other falls yesterday. That's where the water enters this lake system, and this is where it exits. Starts with these little rapids, then there's about a 20-foot waterfall at the end of the rapids, and it goes for about a half mile, and then there's a 60-foot waterfall into the next lake system. There's Ted, helping out his father-in-law.
I'm not cut that. I'm not gonna cut it, I'm just gonna fucking fry it. Give us a fork. A fork. Put the fuckers down. What have I been doing this whole time? You can just pull the things off. What's up with that? Dan, it's in my hair now. Here, sit on the fire. You warm your butt up.
Here we are after the last day. It rained all day long. We all froze our butts off. At least some of us caught some fish. Get the final words from everybody. Dan, put your fork down for a minute.
Pass the salt.
And I can't wait to get back to civilization now.
Well, thank you very much for those parting words. Walleye Bob.
Walleye Bob. I thought the fishing was good. And with the exception of just a couple of individuals, the company was excellent too.
Well, we won't mention those names. We'll just mention their initials, Keith and Ted.
Hey.
Initial fork for one.
And our host, Dave.
How did I get the host title? That's what I want.
Thanks for inviting us all. Of course, it would have been better if you would have paid for us all, but that's okay.
Well, I paid for a fourth of us all. And
pass it on to his
the only comment we got was the weather was bad and the fishing sucked.
That was just one man's comment. We'll get quite a few more.
Was that every day?
No, not every day. Not every day.
I thought I put you on fish a couple times.
How many years have you been up here, Dave?
No pike. Never put me once on a pike. 4,000.
4,000?
Give or take a couple.
You should just buy that camp across the lake.
This is the worst weather we've ever had. It's always, weather's always been good, right, Stu? Five rainy days out of 7 is not bad.
If you're a farmer.
$5.
Please don't ask Ted to say anything.
Jeez, you get ripped, it's not even your turn yet. You even got the Bay Winkleman hat on.
Now it's time for our party advisors.
Got the, put the camera on, near you.
It's on you, Ted.
Oh, really? Just gonna give him the finger? This is where I say, I'm glad I brought my Babe Winkleman hat. It's the best fish I've ever had in my whole life. Weather sucks. Glad I brought my raincoat. Glad I have a boot. And go Hoosiers.
Right on!
Okay, bro.
Hey, fishing was great. First time up here, had a blast. Caught big old pike, decent sized walleye. Biggest fish I've ever caught. So, should have kept that 31.5 incher though. Should have never let him go, I guess. But I got a key ring though, so
That's
I'm
right.
excited. So,
That key ring will look good in the freezer, won't it?
that's right. So hopefully we'll be back up here.
And if you're a good boy, we'll give you a key to know it's that ring.
All right, Fred.
Well, I don't have anything to say. I'm just going to listen.
Well, let me see your T-shirt.
Oh, well, I can show you that.
Look it out! Poke it out!
You got low octane there. Nice being with you guys.
Yeah, here's Miss Congeniality, Porky.
Mr. Fish Cleaner, huh? Sit on the rock.
And we'll have to say that.
Nice time, man. Nice time.
Best stand back with Porky's cleaning fish, because I tell you, he goes to town. Jim?
Remember those infamous words, shall we fish for fun? Nope, let's go home, I'm cold.
And now for the young man who inspired those words.
All I gotta say is it's kind of funny that the biggest IU fan in here has Notre Dame colors on for the last day.
Ooh.
I think the Indiana on that jacket's only to let you know where Notre Dame's at.
Slam, slam.
Wow.
That guy.
Scott?
Great time. It was good to get away. I live in a big city. It's kind of good to go away and do the things that that a person would like to do if they had more time. So, outstanding fishing. Caught the best walleye I've ever seen. Seen the largest walleye I've ever seen. Caught the largest pike I've ever seen.
First time you went fishing?
No. Been fishing since I was 6, I believe.
He didn't kill your dad, so hey, that's a pretty good trip all around.
Good host in Dave Holmes, and I got a good guide in my dad.
There you go. Last but not least.
Even though my dad said I wouldn't need it, next time I'll get a decent rain suit. Might spend $25 next year.
All right.
I spent 30, now I got a hole.
Hey, Brian, get the...
The Keith?
Keith, get Brian's coming.
Extreme.
You set the trigger when you're ready.
You're on.
Cool. I had a great time up here. This was a lot of fun. It's been a long time since I've done anything with Keith and Ted. We had a blast. We laughed our guts out, caught some fish, had some fun times, and we drank more than our body weight in beer. So I had a good time. I hope maybe we can get back up here and
It'll
get
be in
some.
the, it'll be in the book.
Adios.
Adios.
You're on.
I said, what a great time we've had here today. I feel like David Letterman. What do you think about that, Dave?
Our final day at the Bull Moose Camp. The weather has finally cleared off. So maybe that'll mean we'll have a nice flight out tomorrow. There's my boat. It's been a good boat. They're already moving stuff out the end of the pier tonight so that tomorrow we can load quickly. The weather's supposed to break finally. You can see in the distance. First plane's supposed to be here in the water at 6:30 a.m. A little early for me. I was hoping we'd be able to hear a loon or something, but I don't hear one right now. We have had a good time while we've been here.
Was it worth it?
Oh, I think so.
Time off from work and the cost,
Right.
but a ton of relaxation, lots of good wallies, and some pike.
You say anything to him about them crawlers? I was just telling him that, huh? Here, they might want to get it. Oh, that bacon?
This guy's 6 pounds over here. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, get a hell of a credit giving them all this shit.
Yeah, but the thing about it. Sure.
Here. And then a pack mule.
Oh, no. Give me a sack or something.
Big got his thing.
Put it in my pocket. You got the lid on it?
Yeah. I'm gonna put it upside down.
That last day turned out to be pretty nice. How we while away our evening hours.
Still looking at my hand, man. You're good at that.
No, Ted, not that card.
That's real.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Lot then, doesn't it?
What game are you playing?
Ted, you got a lot of cards, all the same suit.
Yeah.
We could have had that.
Yeah, you could. We could have took them.